Okay, hello. First thing I would like to say is thank you very much for taking your time to watch this video. I hope that it will give you some insight on plug-in hybrid electric vehicles and give you a good idea of how they work. Because I've discovered that many of the salespeople at dealerships do not know how they work. They are very good at tossing the word hybrid around, but they don't know what's going on under the skin of the vehicle. Okay, plug-in hybrid electric vehicles. That's a key phrase. And I'll start off this presentation by first asking a quick question and providing the answer to that question. How can you counteract the gasoline price hikes and come out ahead? That is by driving on electricity. It's cheaper, it's much more stable, and it's produced domestically. The key phrase here is plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. Plug-in hybrid electric vehicles will allow you to continue to drive whenever you want at a much lower cost per mile, even after gas price increases. Electricity is a source of power for the plug-in hybrid electric vehicles. A plug-in hybrid electric vehicle needs only electricity in order to be driven. The generator or engine that it carries under the hood is there in the event charging is not convenient or when you're driving long distance. The generator or engine will start in order to add charge to the battery and to allow you to keep on driving. After the batteries have enough power, you can continue driving without the generator running. And this happens automatically without you stopping. The wheels are driven by electric motors. I say that again. It's important to know that the wheels are driven by electric motors. These cars can be driven several miles on a full charge. The distance will vary depending on the manufacturer of the vehicle. Some vehicles can go only 15 miles on a full charge, and BMW sucks at that. BMW is a culprit in getting you only 15 miles on a full charge. Some others can go over 50 miles on a full charge. A plug-in hybrid electric vehicle can and will deliver over 100 miles per gallon. How far a vehicle can go on a full charge is very, very important and will affect how often or seldom you use gas. The key to achieving maximum efficiency and savings is to use electricity as often as possible. That means use gas as little as possible. Here's a screenshot from an actual plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. Okay, and it's from, let's see. This is an example of the efficiency the plug-in hybrid electric vehicle is capable of. Actual energy usage shown is for a 2014 Cadillac ELR. This photo was taken on March 1st, 2018. The lifetime average on this date was 96.9. The average MPG for the last drive session of 45.2 miles was 122 miles per gallon, as evidenced by the miles driven and the small amount of gas consumed during those 45.2 miles. In 2014, this car was advertised to go 36 miles on electricity only. Over the years, several more cars have been introduced and they have higher electric only range. This is proof of achieving over 100 miles per gallon. Now, I think it's important to note that miles per gallon is calculated based on the number of miles driven divided by the number of gallons of gas used. This is just one example from one vehicle. Different car manufacturers will display the same information differently. Typically, most screens are touch sensitive. About 23 days later, with the lifetime average of the same Cadillac ELR now at 99, you see that I drove 51.5 miles since the car was last fully charged. Now, I drove 51.5 miles on electricity only, but remember, I said earlier that the car was advertised at 36 miles. It was advertised to go 36 miles on one full charge. Now, how did I go 51.5 miles? Because I left my house on a full charge, and later on, while driving around the city, I stopped because I felt like stopping to go to a car dealership, specifically only to get a charge, a quick jump. Then that was it. So that increased my range. Much of the charge came from, and this was a Dodge dealership in my city. I seldom use gasoline to drive around the city. Additionally, more charge points are popping up all over the country, and many of them are free. Because some of them are free, this equates to even more savings to the plug-in hybrid electric vehicle owner. As a matter of fact, in the summer months, I use more gasoline mowing my lawn per month than I do driving my car, and I drive my car every single day. This is going to be a pre-recorded video that will browse through some of the plug-in hybrid electric vehicles that are on the market today. And remember, well, I'll let the video go ahead and play. Hi, in this presentation we're going to browse through some of the plug-in hybrid electric vehicles that are available on the market today. Now, plug-in hybrid electric vehicle requires electricity in order to be driven. It does not require gasoline, only electricity. That electricity can come from being plugged in to an outlet where the power supply is being charged, or that electricity can come from the onboard generator that it carries. The engine that a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle carries is an electricity generator. So you don't use gasoline all of the time while you're driving it. You do need electricity to drive it in order to drive it, but not gasoline. Okay, well, now with that being said, we'll start to browse. Now, some of these, well, first of all, I'll say the price is going to vary significantly. And the functionality of these vehicles will vary significantly as well, just like it does with any other vehicle. There's a Chevy Volt that's been around for years. They've made some modifications. It has been improved significantly over the years as well. The Chrysler Pacifica is an excellent hybrid. Unlike some other vehicles, well, the Chrysler Pacifica, first of all, is a minivan. And from what I've noticed, I've been inside the Pacifica, and there's absolutely no compromise. No matter where you sit, you always have a lot of room around you. And it's very comfortable no matter where you're sitting. There's a BMW i8, a very small car. I think it's overly priced. The Porsche Sienna SE Hybrid, a four-door SUV. And the range is going to vary significantly on these different vehicles. Some are as low as 15. Some are as high as over 30. And there is Mitsubishi Outlander, Mercedes GLE 550e, BMW, Honda Clarity, that's new for 2018, Toyota Prius Prime, Ford Fusion Energy, a very good car. I've seen it in action. Mini Cooper, Mercedes 550e, and there's a Hyundai Sonata, BMW, another BMW, Cadillac CT6 PHV. Hopefully the Cadillac is using the same technology like the ELR borrowed from the Chevy Volt. Chevy is an excellent implementation of the plug-in hybrid electric vehicle technology, I believe. There's a Porsche, a BMW, and Ford C-Max Energy. And by the way, when you see energy in a Ford, the ENERGI, that's typically an indicator that it's a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, which is going to maximize your fuel savings, your gasoline savings. Okay, advantages. There are many advantages to driving a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. It can easily save you hundreds or thousands of dollars, a couple of $1,000s per year, depending upon how much you drive. For example, I once had a commute of 100 miles round trip every day and would use half a gallon of gas for the entire drive, a full gallon on a bad day. When I returned home in the evening, I would take about 3 minutes to plug the car into the outlet in the garage. Driving a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle greatly reduced the money I spent on transportation. As a matter of fact, the small cost of $25 it was about $25 per month in increased electricity. It was money in my pocket compared to the over $100 a month I was paying for gasoline. Charging a power supply is so convenient, and trips to the gas station have been greatly reduced, so I have more time and more money. And thank you. I hope that this has given you some insight on how, or some ammunition on what to ask sales staff when looking at plug-in hybrid electric vehicles. Plug-in hybrid electric vehicles will always, no matter who makes the vehicle, they will always tell you what the electric only range is. There are many cars that use the word hybrid, and they are hybrids because they do have two sources of power. They have the gasoline engine, which is the main source of power, and then they have a battery, or they have an electric drive that helps the engine under certain conditions. That is not a plug-in electric hybrid vehicle. A plug-in hybrid electric vehicle will always tell you what the electric only range is. And it typically will just about always have the ability, the engine will almost always have the ability to add to the state of charge of the power supply while you're driving. So it's the ultimate in convenience and functionality. And unfortunately, a lot of the sales staff at local dealerships across the country are not as familiar with the plug-in hybrid electric vehicles as I feel they should be. They will use the word hybrid only because they see the hybrid emblem on the vehicle, and they'll use the word hybrid without having any idea of what's going on under the hood or what's happening or how it works. And thank you. I hope that you can use this information to your benefit. Thank you for watching.